Collector Strikes Back. So we share the same interest as that interest is collecting toys. Bought that one, but it's a long time coming. Star Wars.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another awesome episode of Collector Strikes Back. I'm your boy, Manny Maldonado, with my amazing co-host and funny ass dude, partner in crime, Edwin San Juan in the house.
Hey, what's up? I just want to shout out real quick my homeboy Drew at the compound in Long Beach. He's training. No, it's not. He actually trains fools in boxing and gets them out.
Oh man, I'll think it was the okay.
Incorporating him, giving him skills in life and confidence and stuff like that. So he's doing a good thing out there. Just want to shout out Drew. What
Nice. So he's is he a trainer, just boxing training and all that stuff?
Yeah.
Is it jiu-jitsu or just boxing?
He does boxing, but he's also giving them life skills and stuff like that. And,
okay, cool.
You know, some of these kids have anger management and stuff like that. And
so positive stuff.
It's a good thing he's doing out there at the compound in Long Beach. So just want to shout out.
Shout out to good stuff. Compound Long Beach. Please support him. We love positivity. Anytime you could be positive and whip some ass,
yes,
even better.
May the force be with you, Drew.
So, as the summer is getting going, and we've been texting each other here and there, I'm starting to realize that the Rosses and other stores are starting to stock up some of their things, and
yes.
Now sometimes you'll see some stuff at GameStop.
Yes,
but then you go to the Ross next door, they got the same stuff but discounted less. That's exactly what happened to me with these amazing figures from Andor. Is it KSO? Is that his name?
Yeah, K2SO.
K2SO. K2SO, the lovable and amazing droid who was Cassian Andor's partner in crime.
Yes.
And man, it's the only time I cried, bro, when a droid died. There's been other droids that have passed away, but that's the one that hit me the most because...
Well, what other droids passed away when you want to think about it?
The one where they take off his limbs...
Which one was
in Return of the Jedi, he's like,
and they're branding them.
Yeah, they're branding his feet upside down. But the other one, they just tore him off. Like he was getting torn apart. I think it was AD8.
And then C3PO sees him. He's like, oh.
But this is the one that you had a connection with because you wanted. I mean, he was playing cards and stuff. Like he was a dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but the thing I love about droids is that they're not, because like to be hurt, to be tortured and taken apart shows you have feelings. Yeah. And droids are supposed to be mechanical and have no feelings, but the droids in Star Wars have feelings. And this guy's playing poker. I mean, he connected with them.
Yeah.
But Andor turned him in because he took him. And if you watch the series Andor, he salvaged him
from the Battle of Gorman.
Yeah.
Because in the Battle of Gorman, that's certain
those killer droids.
Killer droids. No messing around.
Yeah.
No nonsense. It's just messing up people. And then he saw one that was damaged. And he's like, he saw what they did in action.
Yeah.
So he's like, I'm gonna make this shit.
Yeah.
That was very Mexican.
Another droid that I liked was IG-11.
Ooh.
Because
IG-11.
Yeah, and
one of the better scenes in Star Wars history.
Yeah, because
in the annals.
IG-88, if you see Empire Strikes Back, it's like a robot, tall, skinny. Like,
it was dope. It was cool.
Like what he could. It looks dope, but you don't see him in action.
You don't see him in action.
But when you watch the Mandalorian, or was it Boba Fett?
No, it was Mandalorian.
When you see what
first season,
what the IG-88 is capable to, or the IG model is capable of doing, you're very impressed with it.
Yeah, and he was a protector of Grogu.
Spinning around backwards, spinning around,
spinning the head,
yeah.
I mean, he just had just the and he had the guns. Remember, he had the ammo.
Yeah, I so loved. I got so excited.
IG. Shout out to IG-11.
IG-11. Shout out to the Ugnaughts. Because the Ugnaughts they work on these robots and they don't get no credit. You know, they work hard.
Like Mexicans.
They build all this stuff, bro.
Working so hard.
And the IG-88 gets all the credit for being this crazy, amazing. But he made him into a nursing robot to protect Grogu.
Yeah.
I mean, how bad are these Ugnaughts, man? I mean, they don't get no... It's like if they were to take all the Mexicans away, like they're taking all the Ugnaughts away. Yeah. I mean, there would be no Star Wars. There would be no Death Star. There would be nothing like that. Like, because the Ugnaughts, man, there's the little people.
There he is. There's a nice little there's a nice little visual of
That's IG-11.
IG-11.
Yeah.
And you know and then he has that nice
And
little
then that's so dope.
and then he's got that nice little pistolero thing like Pancho Villa. Like this boy is a menacing but very colorful figure.
Plus his head rotates 360 degrees. His whole body his torso can turn.
Contort.
So yeah, bro, you know he had he had Grogu right here, and then they were shooting at him. He just turned himself around, but his face was still there. Like,
but he still had weapons.
Yeah,
that's what's cool about this K2SO is that he. Right, go ahead and grab it real quick. I got one of each at Ross.
This is a 3 3/4.
I got that for $3.99. So that's a 3 3/4. He does have a little blaster, but I don't remember him. I think he did use it a little bit. But I have to, if I find you one, we're gonna be on the hunt for that one for you too.
Man, he's sick.
That was pretty sick. That one I got for $5.99.
So these are the they're before like C3PO protocol droids, right? Because this is before New Hope.
No, it was.
Oh no, yeah, because
what's the name was already built.
C3PO was built. Anakin built it when he was a little kid.
Yeah.
But they look a little bit more rudimentary. But man, the way he stopped, what is that guy who built the Death Star? His daughter, when she's trying to escape from them, and then all of a sudden he just knocks her to the ground. Boom! He's like, "We are."
And then I like how I want to say he was using his foot too a couple times. Just, and just powerful hits from this amazing droid who will be very missed in the Star Wars family. Like I said, I got a little choked up, but between that scene and IG-11 and then this dude, there were two of the better droids that really stood out in the
so
Star
we
Wars.
as a society are coming to the point where we're using robots now. Because I'm in LA doing a show, and then this little robot's delivering food. And it reminded me of like R2D2, just on wheels. Yeah. And if someone's in its way, it moves out of the way. And you've seen that
at the airport too. Sometimes like there'll be like a little like a robot.
Robots. Like it's becoming a reality now. And then now they're making some of them that look human. Like you see the upper part of their body and their face, and they blink and they move, but then the bottom part's all mechanical, like it's like amazing.
I'm cool with all that as long as they don't show up to the comedy shows. That's when I'm gonna draw the line. You see a robot going, "That's funny." You know what I mean? That's where like we're good.
But what if they're kick ass like this, and they could end up taking over humans? Like, did you see iRobot with Will Smith?
I did see iRobot.
I mean,
how'd you like that movie?
Oh, that's on my list of all time favorites.
That's not a bad movie, right?
Yeah,
right, Solomon?
Yeah.
You know, and that's Will Smith, right?
It's Will Smith.
Yeah.
The only good thing I see about, because robots could turn on you, right? That's what you're worried about. Yeah.
Well, that's what happened. Remember with Judgment Day, and all them Terminators come in and whoop that ass.
Yeah.
And just all.
And you can't stop them.
Can't stop them because they only have one motion.
That robots like this are good for, as humans could use them, if there was a zombie apocalypse.
Ooh,
right? Because they would just be able to go out there and take out all the zombies, and zombies wouldn't try to eat them.
Wow, we're really.
Sorry, I'm kind of nerded out.
We went from robots, and now we're no. Let's get the zombies, dog. Let's get the zombies. Let's take them out. Let's use AI forever. Look, I'm a fan of modern technology. I think it's great, but some things like, they are saying that AI is going to do a massive takeover.
Scary.
It is scary.
Yeah.
Because some things I think should still be human, like people going to shows or whatever. Let people enjoy shows and stuff, but they're trying to take over, man. It's kind of scary.
Hey, have either of you experimented with trying to get AI to write a joke for you?
I have not yet.
No, we haven't.
You got to try that. I'd be curious to see what happens.
Are they trying to do that? That's a good question. Are they trying to do that with screenplays?
Screenplays, movie scripts,
the
whole nine. You just name bullet points, and then it'll write it out for you.
No, I still think the us being human, constructing a joke and delivering it. I don't know if a robot can do that yet. I personally don't. I hope they don't.
So what if you're in high school or college and you have to do term paper? You could just, write a paper on this, and then
shit. We had to do that back in the day.
We had to do that.
We had stressed out, not sleep.
We had to plagiarize.
Like, I'm here to copy this Asian. I hope it doesn't get to that point. That's a good question, though.
Well, I mean, technology's everything great and then everything worse.
Well, since you have the younger of the kids when it comes between you and I, that's something you'll be able to see a little bit more up close because your daughter is only 9 or 10 years old, and she's definitely gonna let you know, "Hey, Dad, I don't gotta do homework today." Why? The robot did it. And you're like, "What the hell, man?"
They're so far ahead. Like, I'll be like, "Oh my God, look at this," And they're like, no, Dad, that's AI. And I can't. Sometimes I can't even tell. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
They have an eye for it and they could spot it out right away. No, that's AI.
Because now that your daughter is in school, they have to do the homework on the laptop and all that stuff too, right? So
Yeah.
my son is doing that too in college. But man, it's different. Remember we had the trapper keepers, we had the binders and the papers, and it's different now, huh?
And you had Encyclopedia Britannica like delivered to our house.
Encyclopedia
Yeah.
Britannica.
And if you didn't
Wow.
have that, you weren't
Holy
nothing.
shit! Look that up, please.
Yeah.
Solomon, put up.
And-
But show our young viewers, our youngsters, what encyclopedias look like.
And remember, you have the whole set, but you would be missing like L through K or something like that. So you have all the
Was
set,
it
but
was it
missing.
alphabetical, bro? It was A through Z, huh?
Yeah, A through Z. But,
An encyclopedia, dude.
yeah,
Britannica.
that's how we did all our homework assignments, and that's how we learned. So there was no Google stuff. You had to look it up on the. That's why your dad could lie to you. Oh yeah,
Mm.
Ed McMahon's Filipino.
Yes.
No,
Here's
but-
Bunny.
Yeah,
Here's Bunny instead of Johnny.
Bunny.
Here's Bunny.
My dad told me Bruce Lee was born in the Philippines. Like you can't.
Hell
fact check.
no.
But you can't fact.
I couldn't
stuff
fact
like
check
that.
anything.
No.
Yeah, my dad was telling me for years he was in Vietnam. Hell no, he wasn't. He just had a shirt that said fucking army on it. He was never in Vietnam. And then he enjoyed. Look
There
at
it
this.
is. Oh
There it is.
wow.
Wow. Okay. This, for all you, my Gen X people, this is what we're talking about right here. Remember this shit?
Look at this. January 1, 2006.
Dang.
32 volume set.
We had to look up motherfucking information.
Yeah.
Go to the library with our library card, homie.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Times have changed, dude.
They had the card catalog. Remember that? In the
Yeah.
library?
My mom would get mad
The
because
Dewey Decimal System.
the Dewey.
Oh my gosh.
said Dewey's Decimal. And we had Scantrons.
Scantron.
You
Had-
said Dewey
They had
Decimal.
microfilm,
Oh,
microfiche.
wow.
Yeah, you had to look stuff up. Like it's crazy.
Well, times have changed, man. And Solomon, you grew up on this too. When remember,
Yeah.
the teacher would put it on the projector, the assignments. Like, okay, this is what we're
Yeah.
gonna work on today.
Yep. Yep.
Man, you know what? They don't do that shit in the schools no more. It's different.
No, everybody has a laptop.
There's a teacher chilling at home, drinking his coffee. Hey, here's an app. Here's where I am today. It's a hologram of his ass.
Yeah, and they make it friendly, user friendly.
You know what, man? This just takes me back. I remember, yes, our teachers would be like, hey, go to the encyclopedia.
I remember smelling those books, the glue. You know what I mean? The pages stuck together. They had that fresh print smell.
You know, this is when I knew I was gonna be into Star Wars collecting, because at the library that we had in Modesto, so once in a while kids could display whatever they collected, and I put my Star Wars figures out there,
Wow.
like in a display.
Uh-huh.
It was cool. And then the library was a big deal. I mean, we used to love going to the library. I enjoyed reading. I was on a book. You had a book club and
Book club. And then they had a librarian sit there and she would read stories to you.
holy shit,
I mean,
man!
That was good.
Damn,
Like,
that's old school. Did you go through that too, Solomon?
Yeah, I did.
A
Yeah.
librarian, dude. I mean, that shit's now that's an offense.
well, you know, yeah. I mean,
That's an offense now.
they don't want to do it because they might get sued.
It's different, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's something
That's
when
so
someone
true. I
reads
remember
something to you.
somebody fucking read your ass, and you would sit there
and-
like this
Yeah,
and be in that world.
Yep.
yeah.
Because remember, okay, you growing up out here, I mean, it doesn't matter where you grew up. That was just how it was. And then you would have, I remember, you could read the magazines, but you couldn't check them out.
Yeah.
I remember that was a big deal because I would read Starlog,
Starlog. Yeah.
okay, or
Fangoria.
Fangoria.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Pull up Starlog, please, Solomon. Starlog magazines.
I just hated it because
Holy
they
shit.
always had a lot of Star Trek on there.
They had a lot of Star Trek, but they
Yeah.
had some Star Wars there
Yeah,
too.
they had Star Wars.
Damn, you said Fangoria, homie. Those are the horror
The
movies.
horror movies, yeah.
Yeah, please pull up Fangoria.
Did you realize Star Trek only ran for like 6 years or something like that?
But it had but you have to understand, it was like a novella.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was on all the time.
Yeah,
So
but it seemed like it's
Starlog.
a lot longer than that. Just that.
No, it was
But-
only 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
You know what? I think it might have only been 5, bro. It might. I don't know if it was
Wow.
6,
Yeah.
but it just ran all the time.
And yeah, you see it all the time. and
So
it's just-
Starlog, it's a magazine, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
Starlog is a magazine,
All right, let's see.
and I remember. Yes, look at that.
Yeah, wow.
All my Gen Xers, what you know about that, baby? Starlog, baby. I remember this was a big deal, and I remember I used to read the magazines, but I couldn't take them home. You couldn't check them out
Mm.
because they would update them every week.
Yeah, and they put them in those like plastic little
Yes,
binders.
little plastic.
Yeah. So you couldn't
Oh
see
my
it well.
God, this is
Yeah.
this is taking me back. And you guys,
Fangoria.
and this is why I enjoy. This is summertime. Enjoy your time with your family. But man, this was a part of our growing up. Hell, the other day, check this out. I had a fucking ice cream man come by. I ran the fuck out and started buying
Oh,
ice cream.
really?
That shit threw me. I was like, oh my God, y'all still exist?
Were you chasing him down?
No,
like
he was
Eddie
just
Murphy?
there. He's like, hey man, I'm not
Ice
going anywhere.
cream.
I'm like, what's up, ice cream? That was a big deal. Remember, you hear the
Yeah.
ice cream man? How many people put in your comments grew up with your ice cream man as the summer, as it got hot? Because it got hot where I lived in Modesto. This shit, well, actually, Ceres in a smaller town, even hot. It was always over 100. It's kind of like the Inland Empire weather, where it's just hot, bro. And
Yeah.
you know, we would have we grew up with we didn't get a pool until I was in 7th grade, but yeah, we would go. I remember the summer there's the Fangoria right there,
Yeah.
dude.
See, K2SO would just destroy
It's,
that.
I was trying to see what the date. I don't think it has the
It
date on
doesn't say
it.
the date on there, but this was it in the
Yeah.
80s.
So, and they would show you how they would make the special effects. And
Yeah.
do that. They would show you the behind
Oh,
the
yeah.
scenes. That's why.
And everything was puppet back then. There was no
Yeah.
picture CGI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people need to realize that Yoda was a damn puppet
Yeah.
in 1980. How
Yeah.
cool was that? Jim
Yeah.
Henson, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Jim Henson. So going back, and it's funny that we're talking about old school stuff. It's cool, good summer memories. What's one thing that you always look forward to in the summer from what you remember?
I just remember not having to go to school
Uh-huh.
and just being out all day.
So
And I had to come home when the sun came down.
when the sun
And we would
came
just
down.
ride bikes. We would ride bikes
Hell
all
yeah.
day. And every day I would try to go a little further than I did the time before. And I was like, that's how I learned my streets, by riding the bikes around.
Yeah,
You know, when I got older to drive, I already knew these areas because I rode my bike.
We rode our bikes to school. I remember, but in the summer, we'd always play. We'd always have playtime, and man, it takes me back because I remember you'd ride the bike to school, and I just realized that, man, I rode a long ass way. I'm like, Mom, y'all couldn't drop me ass off?
Yeah.
I was, you know what I mean? Remember those days, Solomon? You just ride your bike
Oh yeah.
or walk to school. Sometimes
And we
walked.
didn't know about serial killers
We
and weird guys in vans.
No, they were there.
They were
still in the
yeah.
neighborhood,
And
and I have a
parents-
joke about that, like, hey, just walk faster.
Yeah, walk faster, or ride the bike faster.
Ride the bike faster.
Pedal
faster.
Yeah.
And that, my mom's like, La Casa.
Pedophile.
there? Yeah, pedophile.
faster.
Pedophile faster. But it was such, and I know where you're growing up, you guys have fairs, just like us. We have fairs.
Mhm.
We would have the county fair, and then we had the state fair in Sacramento. But we only went to the county fair as the surrounding cities. Now, out here for you, would it be Orange County Fair for you?
Well, it was OC Fair, but then they had these traveling carnivals that would go to the high school.
That's where all the pedophiles are at.
Yeah. They're like, come
That's
here,
where
boy. You feel lucky? But those guys would travel
They go to
from
town to
high school-
town?
town to town. They would set up those things, those
Carnies,
rides.
yeah.
Carnies, yeah. But I never would go on those
My,
rides.
my mom was like, no,
they weren't
my,
tested.
my mom would say we weren't going to go to the carnivals. We were going to just go to the fairs.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, okay, whatever. But I do remember the carnivals.
well, you would, you get cotton candy.
Yes.
And then you would play the darts to win those to win posters.
Yes.
And they had those glow in the dark posters that you could win.
Oh, wow.
And the fish bowls and stuff like that. Yeah.
And then the stupid. Remember all those bottles they have, and you throw the hoops?
ring on it,
Son of a
yeah.
bitch never made it.
Never made.
Never.
I won a big banana one time. I made it on
you-
there.
you
yeah,
made a
yeah.
big
And I got a big banana.
Yeah, man. I think because it's that time of the year. Shout out to the Orange County Fair. I've been going the last couple of years. If you guys get a chance, it's really cool. Great food. Last year I went to go see Cool in the Gang.
Oh,
And
okay.
that was kind of cool. And they still getting it in. And the group, shout out to the Time. They were the
Morris
opening
Day
act.
and the
Morris
Time,
Day and
yeah.
the Time. They
So
had the
those
guy-
fairs are nice. They have the one in San Diego. What's that one? The Del Mar Fair.
Del Mar Fair.
But that's when they fry everything, right?
Everything?
Well, I mean, you can get fried Oreos, deep fried Twinkies, deep fried Snicker bars, anything you could think they deep fry. They at the fairs they deep fry.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all
Yeah.
Of them now, yeah.
So you just get sick and your stomach hurts.
But it's
oh,
fun.
but I want to try it. I never tried a deep fried Oreo.
but it's fun.
At the end of the day, a deep fried anything is still just deep fried. Like they deep fry frog legs, and they just like chicken. But everything deep fried tastes the same.
So when is the last time that you went to the fair?
Man, years ago.
Been years. And
But
it's
you know
something
what
that
I
Jordan
did?
doesn't want to go to?
Well, I did with my daughter is when she was younger, I bought her a bike and we would ride bikes like
Okay.
all the time.
Yeah.
And she till this day tells me I miss the days we used to ride, because she doesn't ride anymore, and
She still can.
outgrown-
She's only 10.
Yeah, she's outgrown her small little bike, but I need to
Okay.
buy her a bigger bike.
Okay, yeah.
But I'm not with her every day because then she would be bored, and I go, "Let's go ride," and she was, "All right, yeah, let's go." So
Yeah.
we would like look forward to doing that. But now she's just on the computer, and kids don't want to go out. They don't want to go out
It's
anymore.
different, man.
Yeah, outside for how long?
My son's all, is
All
there
day?
is there an app for that? I'm like, what do you mean? Is there an
Oh,
app for going outside? No, get your ass out there.
Is there an app?
Is there an app? But he's 20 now. It's different. But yeah, when he was younger, I'm like, come on, son. He's okay, I guess. And then they looked at his punishment.
Dude,
It's just different.
I would
We were
play-
always outside.
Baseball catch with my brother.
Cat play baseball.
And we had the tire, and then that would be the strike zone. And we would
Shit.
do 9 innings, you know what
Did
I
you
mean?
do wiffle ball too?
I didn't do wiffle ball, but
Yeah, we did all that.
We
Wiffle
did
ball and the
tennis
tire.
ball, and we would pitch. The tire, yeah. And we played baseball, football. Touchdown was light post to light post.
Nice.
Like, yeah, man. It was it. Two conversions for first down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
That
wow.
was cool. And then you
That
had to
takes me
count
back.
alligators.
Yeah.
One
One alligator, two alligator, three alligator, four alligator, five.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
And there was something about like just faking like getting and then run as fast as you can, and they throw a bomb.
I miss those
Oh,
days. I
man,
missed.
bro.
I,
It was-
I have no regrets when it comes to my childhood. I'm glad I grew up in that where I said we were playing outside, and then, when we didn't have a pool, the pool was built in later, but we would go to the lake all the time. There was a lake not that far, so we'd go to the lake all the time, and because it gets really hot where I live, so we would go to the lake, or if we have a friend that had a pool, then once I had the pool, everybody started coming over to my house, and that's just how it was.
Yeah.
and that's,
Remember you got punished, and
Yeah.
punished was you had to stay inside.
Oh, it was fucking awful. I remember I get
Yeah.
grounded sometimes during the summer, and you could hear the splashing and shit.
Yeah.
You hear the
Yes,
splashing.
yeah.
You hear the fucking bird going, wee! Yeah, this is the best ever.
Where's Manny?
Is Manny coming out? My mom's like, leave him alone. He's grounded.
And see, the thing is, you only had TV, you only had 7 channels.
Well, you only
There's
had-
no internet. There's nothing you could do that's fun.
No, think about the channels that we had. We had ABC, CBS, and NBC.
Count up 2, 4, 5,
2, 4, 5.
7,
7,
9,
9,
11.
And then PBS.
11 and
PBS.
13.
Yep.
And then, the
And then
Spanish
a
channel.
UHF, yeah.
And then then you got the box. Then you got the box that had HBO. You had the Cinemax. You had
Remember
the
on
Showtime.
TV?
That's what I had on TV.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on TV. Damn.
And then if you didn't get the adult thing, you just saw the squiggly lines,
Right.
and you would see a little titty right
Yeah.
there or something like that. You'd stay up late at night.
On and select TV.
Select
too.
TV, yeah, on TV.
Look, I'm just telling you. Listen, all you Gen Z kids, from the bottom of my heart, I just wish you would have grew up in a time where you could see these things, and it was daring. It was crazy. And I remember it was bro, it was a big ass deal when they built the fucking AM/PM by my house, because that's when you can get the ices and the slushies and shit like that. That was a big. We'd ride our bikes there. We just hang out in the front, dude.
The AMPM, yeah.
And that was the spot. And people used to hang out. People got in fights there sometimes. Like that, everybody just go there.
They're kind of gross, but every once in a while, I'll get
gross.
a hamburger or cheeseburger from AMP.
Dude, everybody used to do that shit.
Because it reminds me of the hamburgers they served in high school.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Those
yes.
hamburgers were like pretty
that shit
good
was
in
fire,
high school,
homie.
Yeah. Or they did the cheese fries and they put the nacho cheese in the fries.
How about when you were in elementary, you get that ice cream?
Uh-huh.
It was like, I don't know, $1 or 50 cents. They only had it on Fridays. That's what we had. There was a long line.
What kind of ice cream?
Is either grape or lime.
Oh.
Yeah, you had your choice, either grape or lime.
Was it the cups and you peeled
No.
off?
It was an ice cream bar. You take off the wrapper.
Oh, yeah.
That was a big deal. Do you remember that too, Solomon?
Yeah, I remember that.
That was a big ass deal, bro. And I remember you had to wear your school spirit shirt. For us, it was Caswell Cougars.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And I remember my theme song, Caswell Cougars, we are number one. Something like that. It went like that.
Casual?
Caswell
Oh, I thought you were
Cougars.
trying to say casual, but
Caswell Cougars. Caswell is the place and learning and for fun. We are Caswell Cougars. We are number one.
wow.
Corny ass shit.
Yeah.
But that's what it was,
You had to
bro.
sing that to get your popsicle?
Fuck no. We just had to sing that shit on Friday. It was assembly day. Some bullshit.
Oh, okay.
But on Friday, you would get every Friday at 2:30, right before school got out, you would stand in that line, and it was like $1. I remember mom, I'd ask my mom, please, 50 cents, please. She's all, it was like a big old deal. I'm like, it's just $1.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, you'd save up for that. You do chores and shit.
Yeah.
But if you guys put in your comments, if you guys remember these things, these happen, because we're talking about it because it's summertime. A lot of it, and I know a lot of you parents have your kids for the summer. Some of you guys are liking it. Some of you are like, damn. And it's different. For us, it was 3 months off, right? For you too?
Yeah.
Right, too, Solomon? It was last second Friday of June.
June, July, August.
So you have June, July, August, and then come back after Labor Day weekend. School started again in September.
Yeah.
But it's different now, right? Because they're off track, no track, and
and they're different. They don't want to follow the church calendar or something like that.
But
because spring break doesn't even happen on Easter anymore.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
So we know we were talking a lot about that, but I wanted to share with everybody that I finally was on a hunt for a while for my retro pack, hard to find, 6 figures with Han Solo, Walrus Man, Dr. Evazan, Luke Skywalker, Rebel Trooper, and Sand Trooper. I actually had to get this online.
Dr. Amazon is the ugliest guy.
He's the one. I'm wanted for
like 12 parsecs.
Whatever.
Yeah, I'm a wanted man.
So this was very hard to find. It sold out at all the Targets. So finally, Target started releasing them in some of them, and I was able to pick it up. Huh?
Do you open those?
This one I'm gonna open once I get my protectors. Yes.
Okay, and then you put them in there.
Yeah, but they're all, as you guys know, I'm a big retro pack.
Do you save the box then? Too?
Yes, I'm still gonna save the box. People even on eBay sell the box too.
Okay,
I'm saving all that. So you guys, they are available. I bought mine right here in San Pedro. So if you guys are local, they have it at the San Pedro off of Gaffey.
Okay.
Gaffey. So just order it online. They have plenty for you. They don't have it in stock. They have it in stock in the back, not on display.
Oh.
And it's only $58, but it's going for over $120 on eBay.
Wow.
So now you guys know this. And then
don't you have the other one too?
I have quite a few. I have
quite a few.
I have quite a few. So I'm really into these.
For episode 1, right? That's episode 4.
Also, they have episode 6, Return of the Jedi. They're re-releasing it on entertainmentearth.com for only $72. And that one's going for $400 on eBay. So order right now. It'll come in October.
So do you have episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
They haven't I haven't seen the Empire Strike. I think there's one out there. I haven't got the Empire Strikes Back one.
Okay.
But I got the
Phantom Menace.
I got the Acolyte. No, whatever.
You got the Acolyte one too?
It's a retro pack.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. This one, I know. This one, it is available, you guys. Just look on the Target.com. It is available at certain Targets. Also, I went to Book Off the other day, and I got you this one that you're missing.
Nice.
So explain, because I know this is a new thing for you. I know you weren't really into the micro squadrons, but all of a sudden you really like these.
Yeah, I like them because they're to scale. Mm-hmm. So I have the Millennium Falcon, I have the Ghost, and then I've been collecting the Jedi Starfighters, and those are the ones from Attack of the Clones, and they have them. Mace Windu has a purple one. Anakin's yellow. Obi-Wan Kenobi's
now. Tell our viewers about the Poe Dameron. Is it a variant or is it chase figure? What's going on with that one?
The chase figure for Poe Dameron is blue. You found some that were, I think, orange, and they kind of look cool. But then you also at Book Off, you found the one that was blue, and it was going for like what, $75?
They were selling it for $75.
Yeah.
So definitely the blue one is the one you guys want to hunt for, right?
Yeah.
That's the chase.
And there's also Sabine Wren TIE Fighter that has graffiti on it. That one's going for like hundreds of dollars now.
That's hard to find.
We were looking for those in Ross.
That's a hard one to find. Yeah.
What I like about this is the Mandalorian one, and it's a refurbished old Naboo Starfighter. And then he actually built it up, and he's got
that's right on the episode.
Yeah.
And if you guys
want to have it, because
you guys can barely see it, but there's a tiny ass Grogu right in the cockpit, just in there.
He lost his Razor Crest. That's the name of the ship. It blew up, right?
Okay,
so this is the one that he ended up using afterwards. So I like that fact that whenever Manny goes shopping, he always has me in mind.
And vice versa.
I got something for you. I was at Target, and I got you this right here. It was by the Target by Disneyland, and I haven't seen them in any other Targets. But
this is hard to. Oh, thank you so much. You know I'm a fan of Darth Vader too.
Yeah, Lord.
So this is cool.
Yeah,
this is nice. I'll definitely be rocking this.
Yep.
So yeah, thank you so much. So what about?
I love rocking stuff on stage because when people see the videos, they're like, "Oh my god, that shirt though."
Yeah. Where'd you get that shirt? Yeah. That's what's up. What else did you bring for us too? I know you brought it.
When I was in Vegas, so I went and got. This is from the Knights of the Republic, and it's Darth Nihilus. So I'm all. You love Darth Vader. I love Darth Vader. I love Darth
Plagueis.
Sidious,
Plagueis,
Darth Maul. So you start going down the line, and then my girlfriend thinks that this guy looks like someone's going to go trick or treating.
I love it.
But dude, these are the Knights of the Old Republic.
Those are
So
really
they have
cool.
Darth Nihilus.
So those are the Game and Grace you get.
I think Keanu Reeves. They were saying he might be playing Darth Raven.
Darth Ravon is dope.
Ravon?
I call
Yeah.
him Ravon.
Darth
I think it's
Ravon.
Raven, but I like calling him Ravon.
And they said also Tom Hardy. Is that the actor?
Maybe. It's
Maybe.
a rumor it's Dengar.
Maybe Dengar.
And he already looks like Dengar. So
Yeah. And then the other piece
These
that
are our last
I
piece
got
for
from Disneyland.
Okay.
It's a Luke Skywalker in the Imperial Guard, and then Princess Leia Organa in the Bosch outfit. So the reason why I got this is because we got the Yoda one over here
Mhm.
for $50, but
Yeah.
right now it's going for like almost $200.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So I think once these are all out and people can't find
How
them
much did you
anymore,
get this one for? 59?
49.
49.
49.
So you guys know where to get those at the
Downtown Disney.
Downtown Disney.
Yeah, they have them in the
The
store there,
Outpost.
and it's called the Outpost. And they sell stuff at cost, and then this is aftermarket, and that's the Millennium Falcon on the micro too.
And we got that too.
Yeah,
I love
at
it.
The action
The details
figures.
sick on that.
and even Chewbacca.
And you
Look how
even have
bigger
the
Chewbacca
you have the
is.
Ghost too as well.
Yeah, I have the Ghost.
Yeah.
I got one for you also, only for $40 because it was on sale at Target.
Nice.
So they're going for like $60, $75. But dude,
It's good to have it. Now, I'll you guys this week I'll be hanging out at the Laugh Factory in Long Beach, July 16th. Get your tickets.
I got a show coming up at the San Jose Improv. It's gonna be on August 24th. It's a Sunday, 6 p.m. show.
Oh, early show. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
and then I'm
right
also
after church.
we're gonna be doing every last Friday of the month in San Diego in Chula Vista at Search Bar. I'd love for you to come and headline it.
I'm already gonna be there. Let's
Yeah.
go. Let's go.
And then I might be getting a monthly show also at Flappers in Burbank. So
We're coming, you
look out
guys.
for that. So if we got George Perez is doing his every first Friday at the Comedy Store, I'm gonna do every last Friday in San Diego Chula Vista. So maybe every second or third Friday we're gonna be doing Burbank. So
Now you know, you guys. And again, thank you guys for tuning in to Collector Strikes Back. We'll see you on the next week's episode. Be safe out there. Peace.
peace.